X-Men!
Hey, hello, back again, bringing you another OCG update video, the Mutant Psychic deck. So this past weekend, we just had YCS Nagoya, which is actually where I live. So I figured, hey, why not? Why don't I try to enter, see how well I do? But unfortunately, I did learn that you have to be a Japanese national to enter the main event, so I didn't do that. But on the Sunday, I did manage to enter the special lottery and able to enter the side event. And that's where I managed to win this mat that you see here, this Dominus Spiral mat, which was a prize for winning the side event. And I did it with this very deck, with Psychic Mutant pile, yeah. It actually worked out. So, you guys can see here, I got the Nagoya YCS, kind of the entry Duelist set, which was a surprise I could actually buy. I thought I couldn't buy that unless I entered the main event, but it seems like entering the side event on Sunday was good enough. So I went XO, played 3 matches. I only had to win 3 times, so that the way the side event works is that they just pair you up into random groups of, I think it was 8 players only, so not a huge amount. And you just have to basically win that mini tournament, and you get one of these random mats, either the Dominus Spiral or the Mitsurugi mat. Most people wanted the Mitsurugi one, I think, because you know that's the big deck right now, especially here in the OCG. But personally, I think the Dominus Spiral one looks cooler, so I was pretty happy that I managed to win that. Especially going XO against a lot of those meta decks I was playing against. I played against Memento and Malice and my arch nemesis, K9 VS, but managed to sweep all of them. And I'll kind of show you guys basically the deck that I used to do it. And not only that, I'll also show you how to kind of play under some popular hand traps, Nibiru, Droll and Lockbird, Dimension Shifter, and just show you the different lines this deck does. And first I'll just break down the main deck here. We got the Psycho Girl, Serene Psychic Girl, got 3 of her. We got Mental Procedure, 3 of that. We got the Gunner, they call it Blaster in English, right? Psycho Blaster. We got the 1 Minister. Yeah, 2 of this guy, 1 of this guy. We got my friend here, Minimalian. We got 3 of him for the Mutants deck. If you don't know how this guy works, he can banish a card and you summon from your deck another card of the same type and attribute. But it's 1 or 2 levels lower than the card that you banished. So this guy's a water psychic, so he can just banish himself and he can summon your mutants. Also, another use is you can use Minimalian to banish your minister to summon Psychic Girl, which also is pretty funny because that's actually a combo in itself. You just summon the Minimalian, you have the Psychic on your board, so you can summon the Minister, and then you can just banish the Minister, and you got a full combo there too. We got 2 M-05s. I reduced 1 M-05 because I got 3 Minimalian in here. This guy was really useful, by the way, lately. He just baits a lot of hand traps, I noticed, which is great. And it's less normal summons. He can special himself. We got Mutant ST, only 1 of him, and 1 Mutant. We got the 2 Beast. I got 3 Ghost Ogres because mainly she is a psychic tuner, which is pretty important in this deck, but she's also a hand trap, which is nice. We got the 3 Ash, of course, because we have to deal with the Maxx C, still at 2. Come on, Konami, we're waiting for the ban. Come on, we know you want to do it, right? Maybe not. The format, I'm playing 2 Droll. Might find space for a 3rd, but you know, right now I got 2 in here because a lot of Mitsurugi going around. 3 E-Telly, finally. Very happy for that. Very, very good card. Another teleport card. We got the Teleport Fusion. I played 2 parallel teleports also in this deck, since most of the deck is psychics. I got the 1 Mutant Fusion, and we got the 2 Called Bys, still at 2 in OCG. We got the Crossout, and the 1 Trap is the Mutant Cry, the Mutant Fusion card. So that's the main deck. Moving forward, if I want to be even more, maybe consistent, maybe make the deck even a little stronger, I might cut the Mutant Fusion, and if you did, you could probably get by with just 1 Beast. If you're playing a Mutant Fusion, I would recommend still playing 2 Beasts. Otherwise, it gets very awkward a lot of the time, I noticed, if you don't play 2 Beasts. But if you just move the Mutant Fusion to the side deck, that might be an option, and you can play the third Droll in the main deck, maybe alongside like another Psychic Gunner, or perhaps a one of Mulcharmy Fuo or Imperm for the crossout. Some ideas I was floating. Let's look at the extra deck now. We got the Silent Magician. You can summon your banished cards. Serene Psychic Sorceress. You can search and set your teleport cards on your Droll, which is great. We have the Zeta, which is pretty funny. He is mostly here as a parallel target, parallel fusion. Parallel teleport, rather, sorry. Parallel teleport. You can, for example, tribute your girl, or sorceress rather, and summon your Zeta. That also gives you 2 bounces when she leaves the field, and another banish from the Zeta. He's also a 7, so sometimes that awkward number comes up. We got the Archfiend, Cross Archfiend. He's mostly used to make our 11s. We got our Mark II, summon cards, banish cards. He's great. We got the main guy, the main purpose of the deck, Psychic End Punisher. He's going to be your main combo piece, end board piece. We also have Jura to back him up too. We have our Punk Jam session, and he can go into our Fever to make another Monster Negate. We got the 2 Synthesis. If you removed a Fusion, you could probably remove one of these. Maybe you only need the 1. Maybe you can replace it with, maybe Omega or something. I don't know, I have to think about it. We got the Oracle. He's also great from Teleport Fusion. And the other option from Teleport Fusion, we have the Absolute Psychic Kicker. Banishes the whole board. Very great card. And we have the 1 Pentastag here, just for those annoying times when my opponent's just, blocking my Psychic End Punisher for way too long. You can just link them off, link your guys off, and point this to your Psychic End Punisher and give him piercing. Sometimes it comes out. So, let's start with the main combo line. So, what you want to do, you probably have something like a Psychic Girl, or maybe Procedure, E-Telly, one of these cards. So let's say, I'll move these guys out of here for now, for the main combo here. You got your Psychic Girl. She'll banish a card. She'll probably summon your Procedure. See, I don't want to arrange this here. Well, there's not as much glare. There we go, put them up here, I guess. Then that will get you your Emergency Teleport. Play the Teleport. The Teleport will get you your mutant cards, probably M-05 here. Summon Mutant M-05. That will get you your Mutant Mutants. Put him over here. This is kind of like the main board you're trying to go for. Then you would tribute himself. I put my graveyard here so it isn't glaring. There we go. And you will banish the Myutant ST from your deck. Summon the Beast. Beast will be your spell negate, and he will also do another 2,400 damage to yourself. So right now we're at 4,400 damage to ourself, thanks to Procedure and the Beast being summoned. And after that, you can synchro here, 3 and a 2. And you would synchro summon your Magician. Magician will target the banished ST. It will summon the ST. After the ST, get the Cry from your deck. That'll set up your Synthesis. And then after that, I'll put it over here, I guess. Then after that, you can synchro these 2. So when the ST came from the banish pile with your Silent Magician, you increase its level by 1. So this will be a 4, this will be a 2. Then you can make your 6. Should be the Sorceress. Sorceress effect, another 1,000 life that you pay to set the Teleport Fusion from your deck. Set that onto the field. And after that, put these over here, there we go. You got a 5 and a 6. You can synchro those off. Make the 11 of your choice. In this case, I would say Psychic and Punisher is the way to go. So much glare. There we go. And then you can just set your Mutant Cry over here. And that's basically it. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but it does the job. You have your spell negate here. You have your Mutant Fusion here, Mutant Summon of Mutant Synthesis. So much glare. There we go, put them over here. And then we have your Punisher here. And the way this would work, so your opponent plays, you probably use your Beast effect, you probably banish himself. And then you could use your Mutant Cry here, and that would summon your Synthesis. That would get you another targeted pop here. And then you would play your you play your Teleport Fusion, and you would probably summon your Kicker. Axon, Absolute Kicker. He plays another 2,000 life, and he would banish the whole board. And basically what this sets up is you have a Spell Negate, and you have a pop, and then you have like a layered interruption again with another complete board wipe. And the main thing with this is that after you pay all that life, you will be at 600 life points. And they just have like a big Psychic and Punisher that is really difficult to get over. And that's basically like one of the main ways that it wins, and it worked this weekend. That's basically all I did, was this combo and variations of it. So next, of course, there's some hand traps to worry about. So I have some different lines that I used also, depending on what kind of hand traps that I saw. Alright, I'll show you I guess the Anti-Nibiru line. They call it the Nibiru care, we say in Japanese. So let's say, for example, you have your Serene Psychic Girl and another card to banish, and depending on what you banish, you can play under Nibiru and still pretty much get a full combo. You can banish your M-05 from your hand, or Minimalian also works with a slightly different variation. So you can play your Serene Psychic Girl here, and you say you banish your M-05, and then you would get the same line here. You get the Mental Procedure, and then the procedure gets your Emergency Teleport. You play that, and you would get your Myutant ST this time. You would summon that from the deck. Could see it there. And then you would use your Psychic Girl's effect to increase the level by 1, increase the level by 1, 3 and a 3, now they're both 4s. You can synchro into the 8, and you would go for the Punk Jam Session. So Punk Jam Session, and you would pay the 600 when he's summoned and get the Minister to your hand. Then after that, you would put the Fever on top of the session. And that would be your 5th summon when you do that. So that's how it counters Nibiru. And then for the rest of the combo, you would play your Psychic Minister from your hand. You can be special summoned since you control a Psychic. And you would synchro these two to make a 5. You make the Silence, the Silent Magician. The Silent Magician can then summon your banished M-05 from earlier. And then you can do the combo from there. You get the Mutant Mutants. Mutant. Tribute Mutant Mutants. Banish another mutant card from your deck, like the other M-05. Summon Mutant Beast. Trying to find a spot where there's not so much glare. When he is summoned, when M-05 rather is summoned by your Silent Magician, it increases level by 1. So now it's a 3 and a 5. You make the 8. And this is where the Cross Archfiend comes in. This guy. So since you have a Cross Archfiend out, you have your Minister in your grave. You would activate your Minister's effect. It banishes itself from the graveyard, and you banish your Procedure from your graveyard. So you banish these two. with Minister's effect. Target your beast, you banish your beast. Purpose of that is to banish the procedure, so now your cross demon can summon it from your banished pile, and then you can make your 11 this way. You have an 8 and a 3 to make the 11. So you can make the 11 of your choice. Maybe you like the Punisher like I do, or maybe you like the Jura better. Both are pretty good if you like the Jura. Depending on the matchup, you know, one's better than the other a lot of the time. You know, if you're worried about your life points, you play Jura. If you think a board wipe is better in this situation, or they have a decent way to deal with your Punisher, then probably Jura is better. Then, after that, your Beast will return from the banished pile back to the field. So you'd have like one of your 11s, and a Spell Negate, and your Monster Negate, and you would also have your Mutant Cry from the ST. So you'd have a Pop, Spell Negate, Monster Negate, a Towers, or a Field Wipe under Nibiru. So that's how you do it that way. I'll show you the alternative route, which is a little different. If you instead, you're using Minimalian instead of M-05. So let's say I had this guy, I had Minimalian instead. And Psychic Girl. So you do the same thing, you summon the Psychic Girl, this time you're going to banish the Minimalian. Then you get the Procedure. Procedure will get you your Emergency Teleport, you're going to play that. It's going to be the same idea at the start, you're going to summon your ST. Get your Cry here. Your Mutant Cry, your trap card. Get the trap card to the hand. Then you will do the same thing, increase their both levels by 1, and do the same thing as before. You're going to get the Session. The Session will get the Minister to hand. Then you can make the Fever as your 5th summon, so now you're safe. Summon the Minister, synchro these 2 off, make the Magician. Magician is going to target your Minimalian, going to summon that, and then Minimalian is just going to banish itself, target itself, banish itself. Going to summon your M-05 from the deck that way, and then you're going to get your Mutant from your deck. You're going to set that, summon there, since you control a mutant monster. This is where it gets a little different depending on your hand. You might have a more clean way of doing this, but the easy way is just to use these 2. Make a 6. That's how you get the Sorceress. This also works. Make the Sorceress, pay 1,000. I'm going to set the Teleport, so this way you get Teleport Fusion in this rotation. And depending on what your hand is, you might just leave her here, because she's also good to just leave on the board, because she's going to bounce 2 cards when she leaves the field. Or if you're just really starving for resources, you don't have anything else, you can just go ahead and use M-05 and just banish Sorceress. And you got Beast. And you have this field instead. So then you'd have like the Kicker, Board Wipe, and Monster Negate, Spell Negate under Nibiru. That also works. Oh, and the Cry too. Preferably, you know, if you don't have to banish the Sorceress, then you can keep her on the board as well. She can hang around here. Because she's also pretty good with Teleport's Fusion. Because she also has a combo here, I guess I could show, right? Because if she's on the board, your opponent's turn, you can also Teleport Fusion. I guess not Teleport Fusion, because she has to go to the graveyard. I guess that doesn't work. I guess if she's like attacked or removed, and then she bounces 2 cards. I'm thinking of Parallel Teleport. If you had Parallel Teleport, that's what I'm thinking of. If you use Parallel Teleport with Sorceress, that's a combo. Because you can like tribute her with Parallel Teleport, and then you can summon the Zeta, for example. And then she would bounce 2 cards, and Zeta could also banish a card. So depending on what's in your hand. So that's one potential way to do it. If you want to make the Kicker, it might be a little awkward sometimes, because I think if you banished Sorceress, then your graveyard only has the Magician. So you have to use your Negate here first, and then you'd have 2 Synchros in the graveyard to activate your Teleport Fusion to bring out the Kicker that way. That's how you get to that. But again, it all depends on what's in your hand. You know, if you have, there's usually more cleaner ways to do this line, if you know, depending on what other resources you have available. But that's basically if you're like really starving for resources. But the deck's really flexible, so there's just a lot of paths if you're willing to look for them. All right, so that's the Anti-Nibiru lines. Let's move on to the next one. All right, next let's talk about Dimension Shifter. I think in the original deck profile, I have one Dimension Shifter in the deck. I don't know if that was in there, if that wasn't clear or not, but you know, the shifter is in my deck. So if I'm missing like a card, if it's 39 cards, then you know, Shifter was that card. So I can play under Dimension Shifter, obviously, since I also play it myself, but there's a few things you gotta be careful of. These two cards mostly. Teleport Fusion, you want to banish from your graveyard. You obviously don't have one if you're playing Shifter on that turn. And Jam Fever needs a level 3 Psychic in the graveyard to use its negate. So these are two cards you probably don't want to make in your line if you're under Shifter. So what do you do instead? So pretty commonly I will activate Shifter myself. So that means my combo line is going to alter slightly. So we're going to start again, Psychic Girl or Telly or whoever. If that wasn't clear, I guess I'll explain that now too, because you could play Psychic Girl, she'll get you the Procedure, Procedure gets you Emergency Teleport. It also works the other way, Emergency Teleport gets to Girl, gets to Procedure, brings back the E-Telly, and you play the E-Telly again. You can also work the other way, or you can play the Procedure first, get the E-Telly, summon the Girl, and that also will get you to your next mutant card. So that's how that works. So all three of these cards branch into each other. So it doesn't matter the order. So let's say, for example, I play Shifter. Next I play the Girl. And let's say I banish, you know, anything, doesn't matter what it is. And then I will summon the Procedure. Procedure will play the Emergency Teleport. That'll also be banished. And then I would get the mutant card. Let's just say it was M-05, for example. And then I would get the Mutants. Fight this glare here. There we go. So, do the same thing as before. Gonna release, gonna tribute himself, banish the ST, summon the Beast. Then after that, you're gonna synchro here and here. Use these two. Make the Silent Magician here. This is where the path will deviate slightly. Instead of picking your ST, you're going to pick your Procedure again, and you're going to summon your Procedure. And you're going to increase its level by 1, so your Procedure will be a 4 by using Silent Magician. You're going to use your Psychic Girl. You're going to target all 3 and level all of them up by 1. So this will be a 3, this will be a 6, this will be a 5. Because 1 from here and 1 from here, so 3, 4, 5. So it's a 5, 6, 3. So you're going to use these two. So this is a 6 and a 3, so it's going to make a 9. And that's how you're going to get to your Mark II. And instead, you're going to use your Mark II now. And Mark II is going to summon your banished ST instead. So that's going to summon there, and that's going to get you your trap card. It's going to get you your Mutant Cry, wherever I put it. It's somewhere. Oh, there it is. So you're going to get your Mutant Cry to your hand. And then you have your 5 and a 3. So this is going to be your 8. So you're going to synchro those. And that's how you're going to get your Cross Demon. And since everything is banished under Shifter anyway, you don't have to banish it with your Minister, so you just bring them back. And then you make your 11. And depending which one, you know, both work under Shifter, so it's fine. You can pick whichever one you like. And that's basically it. So it's not too bad under Shifter. So you have a Spell Negate. Your Mark II can banish any card in the graveyard. So you banish your Shifter. So luckily you have at least one card in your graveyard, so you can just banish the Shifter. And you get the targeted banish from your Mark II. And then you also have your Jura here, or your Punisher, depending which one that you want. And you also have your Spell Negate and your Mutant Synthesis from this fusion here. So that's not too bad, and hopefully your opponent probably can't make anything under Shifter. That's the idea anyway. Alright, and after that, I guess I'll show you the last combos under Droll. Alright, for the last combo examples under Droll, I'm kind of cheating a bit here, but I think it's pretty important. I think not everyone realizes this, but Emergency Teleport has no restriction when it can be used, but Droll does. Droll doesn't work in the draw phase. So, the best way to play against Droll is to just play the Emergency Teleport in your draw phase. So whenever I have it, I pretty much just shotgun it, right? I just play it in my own draw phase. So the Droll can't be activated. And you can do a lot in your draw phase. So funny enough, you would do this most of your combo line in the draw phase. So your Emergency Teleport, you get the girl gets the procedure. The procedure can bring back your Emergency Teleport from the graveyard back to your hand, and you just play it again. And then you would summon your M-05, and then your M-05 would get your Mutant. And that was all in the draw phase. So Droll can't be activated yet, so you just did like 2 searches already in the draw phase. And then when your turn starts, on standby and then main, summon the Mutants, you do the regular combo line, summon the, banish the ST, you'd summon the Beast, and then you would synchro these two, make the Magician, if I can find him, there he is, make the Magician. After you make the Magician, you would target your ST, you could summon the ST. Then after that, after ST, then ST would search your Mutant Cry. And then finally they can Droll you. This would be the first time they can Droll you. So they'd activate the Droll here, but guess what? It doesn't matter, you're done searching. That was your last search in the combo. So you would get your Cry to your hand, and then you could synchro these two. Make the 6, make the Sorceress. Right there. And Sorceress works under Droll, because she sets the card straight from your deck. So she sets the Teleport Fusion under Droll. And then you could synchro these two and make the 11 of your choice, whichever one you like. And there you go. There's your combo line. And Droll actually did absolutely nothing. Of course, that's if you're lucky enough to have the Emergency Teleport in your opening hand. But with 3 copies, it happens a lot more now than it used to. But let's say, for example, you weren't that lucky. You didn't have the Emergency Teleport in your opening hand. They would activate your Droll after the procedure is when it would be activated. Which is considerably harder to play through. But it's not like you end on nothing, so you do get some plays. So you get to this point, and then you would play, you get your Emergency Teleport, and then they would Droll you here, and you would still play the Emergency Teleport, and I would still go for the Mutants M-05. You still can't get your Mutant Cry, rather your Mutant Mutants at this point, but you can still synchro, and you can summon your Magician, and Magician can bring back your Procedure. And then you could use probably these two, and you can make your Sorceress. This still works though. You can still make your Sorceress this way. Set your emergence or your Teleport Fusion, and then you would synchro these two into the 11 of your choice. So considerably less, but it's still something. You still have like 2 full board wipes still. If you make like a Jura, then you can also do this too to make the kicker. So you can do like a full board destruction and then a full board banish after that. Or Punisher too, if you want the towers to go with it instead. So it's not like you end on nothing under Droll, but yeah, it does considerably hurt you. But hopefully you just remember to activate E-Tele in the draw phase. And then it doesn't do anything against you. So I guess that's it for now. I guess I'll let you guys know if you have any other questions or comments about mutant psychic stuff. And hopefully we'll see even more stuff in the future. In the meantime, I'm just gonna sit here and keep waiting for Master Duel updates, I guess. Just kind of playing Duel Links right now. Kind of learning how that game works. It's kind of fun, but yeah, I can see how it'd be a little grindy and expensive if you don't want to pay. Especially if you don't want to pay like me. I'd rather just grind everything out. So anyway, if you guys have any question or comments, leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that YouTuber stuff I have to say. And I'll catch you guys next time. See you later. Bye.